Hello my beauty buddies, this is my top 5 for 2015 collab, and the collab is with the other What's Up in Makeup reporters, in case you're not familiar with it. What's Up in Makeup is a show that is put out every Sunday morning telling what is new and coming out in the world of makeup and some skincare. Everything from the high-end brands to drugstore and everything in between indie. We've got what events are going on, sales, and I report on the sales and events. So we all thought it'd be a lot of fun to do a collab telling everyone what our top 5 products were for 2015. And I have no idea what anyone else is putting up there, but they're a wonderful, wonderful group of ladies. So make sure to look in the down bar where all their information is listed. Most of them are on YouTube. A few of them, it'll be Instagram or maybe a blog, but definitely check out. I can't wait to see what they've all put up. So this was really, really difficult to boil down to 5 products. I finally just went with 5 makeup products because I had skincare and I had hair care and I was like, oh my God. So I might just go ahead and shoot a couple more videos with my top 5 for hair care and top 5 for skincare, and maybe even a top 5 of random other products that are awesome. Oh, and did you notice I've got my What's Up in Makeup t-shirt? Jen now has merch, by the way. So I had ordered this cute shirt and I thought it was really fun. It's got the logo here and then OMG Original Makeup Gangsta. So I just thought it'd be fun to wear it for this particular video. The first product I'm going to talk about, and these are not in a particular order, I reach for pretty much all of these every day and couldn't imagine not having them in my collection because, I mean, really, if I'm just grabbing things to go, these are what I would definitely have in my makeup bag, although one of them is kind of large, so it's kind of hard to transport. So the first thing is the Lorac contour palette. It comes with this brush and it looks kind of grungy because it's kind of that rubberized material on the outside, and it attracts, you know, when you touch your fingers, this is just going to happen. So it looks grungy, but it's well loved. So in case you aren't familiar with it, it does have a mirror that I'm flipping back so that I do not blind you, but it has you know, kind of a light contour, deep, and a medium contour, and then it has a shimmer highlight, this yellow highlight, and a beige highlight. And this is the only one that has shimmer. These two, you know, highlight colors are definitely matte, and of course these are too because they're contour, they're supposed to be. So in case you haven't used this before, I really, really highly recommend it. I got this back in July and I pretty much have used it every single day. It's what, you know, almost the end of December right now. And I haven't hit pan yet. I'm, you know, getting kind of close here probably, but really highly recommend it. I'll really quickly go ahead and swatch these for you so you can see them in case you're not familiar with them, but there we go. The beige highlight, the yellow highlight, and the shimmer highlight. Now go ahead and I will get the contour colors for you. And here are the contour colors. You've got your medium and your dark and your light. And you can see how really nicely pigmented these are. I really, really, like I said, use these every day. And I think the staying power is great on them. The brush works well. I do have another contour brush by Tarte that I like to use a lot. And I wouldn't say this is the best brush in the whole world, but it definitely is serviceable and works fine. And I do use it. My second product is by Too Faced, and it is the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation in Golden Light. And it's an antioxidant-rich matte rose petal finish. And when I was looking for a new powder a while back, so you can see I've really been loving this, and this is really, I can't live without them. There's also a little area underneath where they have, whoops, the little foamy sponge thing that I really don't ever use. You can see I usually just carry a little brush with me in my purse if it's with me in my purse. But this is a powder foundation. However, I've got dry skin, and for me, I don't enjoy wearing powder foundation. It just doesn't work for me. So what I do is I actually wear the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and then I will dust this on top of it. And generally, anytime you see me in a video, I have this on. I absolutely love it. If you just do a light dusting, I feel like it really does set everything really well. And you know, like they said, this rose petal finish, I mean, I really believe that because when I was looking for a powder, when I first discovered this, I was asking for a powder that would get rid of shine but not make me look matte dead. And he said, oh my gosh, you know, and I was at Sephora, and the guy, you know, walked me right over and said, this is the stuff. He goes, this is the best, you know, it really, and he said this rose petal finish. I was thinking, yeah, you know, rose, it looks really nice, and you know, it doesn't look dry, but it's not like shiny. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll see how that goes. And I absolutely love this stuff. And from what I understand, it works great for all skin types. And I have another Too Faced product. It's the Better Than Sex mascara. I actually almost had 3 Too Faced products, but I ended up having to take one out because there was something else I used more than the Stardust palette. I love that. They're one that they did with Vegas Nay, the YouTuber. So this mascara for me has just been a life changer. Now, if you already have really voluminous lashes, you know, this might not be for you, because I mean, you have to work with it a little bit because it does add so much volume. I have length, but I don't have volume. If I'm not wearing false lashes, what I do is I will put some sort of a not as, you know, heavy duty mascara on my bottom lashes and my inner corners, and then I'll use this, you know, everywhere else. And then I might brush through it and then add another coat. And then like today, you know, I put this also on the bottom, which just makes them poof, really, you know, oomph out. And I mean, I just love this. The only thing I found that is close to this, Lily Spurgeon, one of the other reporters, she recommended Lights Camera Lashes from Tarte. I still think this gives a little bit more oomph, but if you want to take it down a notch, that one's really good too. And for me, it never crumbles. It stays on all day. I don't have to mess with it or reapply. So I think this is just fantastic. I mean, I guess if you already have big lashes, you could just put a little bit. If you're like me, you put 3 coats and it looks like you've got big lashes. So love this, could not live without it. My #1 mascara. Another product I could not live without is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. And I have it here in the waterproof formula, and I have it here in the regular formula. And both of these are the neutral medium, which is the color I use. Their light is really, really, really light. So I'll show you here. And I have both because when I discovered this first one, I got a tiny, tiny sample in a, I believe it was a New Beauty test tube, and I liked it so much. And this tiny little thing, you know, it was like, you know, probably a quarter of this, lasted me so long. It was unbelievable. And then recently I was ordering from IT Cosmetics. There was some 25% off thing or something, and I thought I'll just try the waterproof. And I actually did put the waterproof under one eye one day along with the regular under the other eye, and wore them both. They both, to me, applied exactly the same in terms of texture, color, and everything. Here, I'm just gonna let you look at that there. So there they are on my hand. They're not really rubbed in there, but just so you can kind of see them. And the waterproof did last a bit longer. Now the other one I thought lasted all day already, but man, the waterproof one, it's just crazy how that lasts. So there they are rubbed into my hand. But I find that they give amazing coverage. I mean, that little tiny bit, I mean, if I did that much under each eye, it would do the whole area. I mean, it's just insane how far this goes and how well it lasts and what a good job it does. I have other concealers, and every once in a while I'm like, oh gee, I should use one of my other concealers and try it. And you know, then I'll do it, but just if I'm reaching for concealer, I grab that one and I love it. The last item on my list is the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at these colors. And the reason that this one beat out all my other palettes is not only is the quality so amazing, but I don't own anything like this. And I love that it has the neutrals, because I'm not the type who would normally go and put like 6 of these colors on her eyes. I just don't go for these really wild eye looks. I totally love them and appreciate them on other people, but just not what I would wear on an everyday basis. You know what I mean? Maybe for special occasions, I'll, you know, try something a little bit more oomph, or, you know, put a splash of color. But this palette has me wearing these. Like right now, I have the Lyric with some of the Legend, Analog, and a little bit of the Synth and Hyper Ballad. And these are colors that I would never have thought to put together like that. And what's really neat is that I also ended up adding in a bit of this Nox at the very end, just to get a little bit, I don't know, I just want a bit more of a darker neutral in here too. But how fun. So I don't know if you can see it, but I mean, let me get closer so you can see. But they're just such pretty colors. I mean, they're just really fun to use. They are super pigmented and they really last beautifully. I always put a primer underneath anyway. The only thing I would say about this palette is watch out for the packaging. When I first took this out, okay, it's supposed to be like a record, right? So it goes into its little sleeve, but watch. Look how easily it comes out. So when I took the plastic wrapper off and I went, oh, my finger went like right into this blue one right here. So my tip would be always store it with the notch part up. So if you grab it, you know, you won't accidentally have it go flying out or whatever. It is kind of large, so it's hard to travel with unless, you know, you have a lot of room to take something like this. but oh, I'm in love with this and I use it all the time. When I first bought it, I kind of bought it because everyone had said how great Kat Von D products are and all that kind of a thing, and I really never tried her eyeshadows, and I was a little bit, you know, fascinated by the color wheel look, and I thought, well, if nothing else, I can use all the neutrals, and I've really come to love and treasure this and just like it so much. So those are my top 5 makeup products for 2015. Please do go down below and check out everybody else's. So Jen calls our whole community, the reporters and all of the viewers who watch the show and, you know, join us with the live chat, the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. And that is because, you know, everybody knows about different areas of makeup, right? I've got dry skin. If somebody needed to know about oily skin, I'm not the person to ask. Or I'm fair skin, so I could talk all day about what works for my fair skin, but I don't have as much experience with deeper skin tones. So it's super neat because we have this whole range of people, and I might have tried all this makeup and someone else has tried some completely different. So we can talk about what works better and what works for what, or if you need ideas or have questions about what works. It's really a cool community. Every Sunday after the makeup news show, we do an hour live chat right afterwards. Although, well, one Sunday a month, it's later in the afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed my top 5 for 2015, and please do ask any questions you may have below. I will totally answer. I'm a little bit behind right now in answering, but I am getting to everybody as fast as I can here. So kind of hectic during the holiday season. And I hope that you all have a great day or evening wherever you are, and do not forget to check out everybody else's collab videos. Thanks for watching. See you soon.